Good morning, you guys. It is a cloudy, overcast, windy day today, but it is nice to be able to be outside. I know a lot of you guys are still under snow and still dealing with winter weather, while I'm out here in, a light jacket, and I'm sorry about that. We're gonna be starting seeds today. It feels like I've done this video about 7 million times already, but I'm late. I'm extremely late. Our last frost, it's already passed, so I messed up. I didn't start all of my seeds in time, but it's okay. Because, I've done this in past where I've missed it and it's been all right, it's worked out. And I have also done it where I've planted it out right at our last frost date, and then like sometime in April, we'll get hit with like a hailstorm. So, it's a problem. It's hard calculating this weather. So I'm gonna start some seeds today. I've got all of my Bootstrap Farmer stuff here. I am just gonna be starting one tray with these like multicolored stuff. You guys know I love these multicolored trays. I've kind of been obsessed with them. This green color has been probably my favorite color. I think it's because I love green so much. My phone is green. I'm painting the beds back here green. The window boxes are green. I think it's because green's my favorite color. So we're gonna do just one tray with the color and then one tray of the 72 cell count. I should probably clean these, but I'm not going to. So this is the 72 cell count. I haven't talked about these in a while. These are like extremely tough. I did a video like 2 years ago where I literally was jumping up and down on this, and like they're strong. So I'm gonna just do one of these and then one pack of these, and then let's go over what I'm gonna start really quick. I have some new seeds. This company called Pine Tree Seed, they sent me out a whole bunch of seeds, like a ton of seeds, and I'm only gonna start a couple of them. This is all of my Cosmo packets right here. I'm not gonna start these yet. I just have them like in this box so they're set aside, because what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take all of them and I'm gonna mix them all up, and then I'm gonna sprinkle them. Cosmos germinate so easy for me. But I'm gonna do this probably in like 2 to 3 weeks time. Once we warm up a little bit more, we are in the like 40s at night, so it's not like freezing cold, but it's still cold, and I want these to come up at the right time. So I'm gonna wait to sprinkle these until we warm up a little bit, and Cosmos grow extremely fast. So this is my stash of seeds that I want to start today. It's too much, and I still have seeds inside that I still want to start, and it's too much. You guys know, you buy seed packets and you're like, yeah, I'll just start 45 of these. Well, it's 40, I need 45 plants. I don't need 45 plants. The thing that I do want to start the most of is some sunflowers. These were really, really beautiful. These were the Pro Cut Gold Light DMRs. I heard about these from a flower farmer who was growing them, and I bought a whole pack of these like a year and a half ago. This was over 1,000 seeds. You buy some seeds and you're like, 1,000 sold? I think this pack was like 12 bucks or something like that. This is from Sunflower Selection. I also want to grow this eggplant. It's called Japanese white egg. It's a much smaller eggplant, and I mostly want to grow it to be able to use in flower arrangements. So not so much for eating, but for floral arrangements. We'll see if these even germinate. There's a couple seed packets in here, this being one of them, that I left outside and then it rained and they sat in the rain, so they got super wet. So we'll see if they're viable. Next, this is 5 packets from the Pine Tree Seed Company. Pine Tree Garden Seed Company. I mean, 5 packets, and I think I've got maybe like 12 more inside. So first one that I'm gonna grow is my zinnia. This is a Profusion Double Deep Salmon. Haven't grown that one before. Oklahoma Salmon, I've grown this one before, it's really pretty. Amaranth, Splendors Perfecta, and this is a tricolor, but I looked up the photo, I've never seen this one before. I looked up a photo of it, and it's actually like more than 3 colors. It's like 4 colors plus the bloom spike. So it's like a yellow, a red, an almost black, and a green color. And then the spike on it is a really like deep red color. It's really pretty. A tomato called Midnight Snack. It says that this one is great for like universal eating or whatever. Great for like, with just salt and pepper on it. Great with like lemon and a little vinegar, fresh basil, tomato, mozzarella. And then the last thing, which I really don't need to grow because I already have some growing, this is potatoes. We're growing potatoes from seed. I'm really excited about it. So This seed company, this isn't like sponsored or anything, but I want to talk about it because I did some research on it. It's a woman-owned company, and it's a small seed company, so it's like very tiny owned. And okay, wind is coming. And they ship out in like small numbers, so you're not getting a seed packet with like 100 seeds, and then you feel like you have to like sow 100 of them. So this like tomato has like 10 in here. The potatoes have 20 seeds in there, which is still way more than I actually need. So small woman-owned company up in Maine, and yeah, so give them a check out. I'm going to put a link to their company in the description down below. Polar bear zinnia, I love this one. We grew a ton of it. I'm going to grow these ones, and then amaranth. I'm growing coral fountain and emerald tassel. And then I'm going to go into the vegetable garden, and I'm going to direct sow some carrots. These are called Amarillo, and they're a really like pretty yellow color. I don't really have good luck with carrots, so we'll see what happens. Boston pickling cucumber. This is one that I left out in the sun, and I've already sown some cucumbers, and they all died. We're doing really great this year. Corn, just because I want to grow corn this year. I already have a ton of corn growing, but it's the wrong kind of corn. It's not the edible corn. An okra called Eagle's Pass. I've never grown okra, so I think I'm only going to grow like 2 plants, and that is it, because I don't even know if I like it, and I don't want to give it a ton of space if I don't like it. And then morning glories, and I'm really hoping that these ones are still viable, because this is one that I also left out in the rain, and I didn't pre-soak them. You're supposed to pre-soak morning glories, so whatever. We're doing great today. This is my broom corn. I need to come in and thin it out. There are way too many plants in here. I need to come thin this out. Let's start by thinning this out. This should be 1 plant. I'm gonna grab my nippers. They all came up. I didn't think they were all gonna come up. And I'm gonna just give these to the chickens. Super important to be thinning out seedlings. I'm super bad at it. But there should be 6, and that's it. I killed my loofahs. There's one still coming. I'm gonna have 1 loofah. They were so crispy. They died, and then I planted the ones outside, and we had a day that hit like 70 degrees, and it fried them. They were under the dome, they fried, cooked, gone, dead. And then I came in, and these ones, I forgot to water them, fried, dead. I almost re-sowed them, and I thought, nope, not worth it. I'm not doing this anymore. I killed the seedlings that I started and the ones I already planted. I have 1 coming up. Can you see that? This is a great day. Okay, let's finish thinning these out. Perfect, my corn is thinned out now. I'm gonna go feed all of these scraps to the chickens. They will love this. Yeah. Okay, so I have my corn thinned out, my singular loofah plant. I'm gonna dump the soil out of these ones though. I thought I was gonna plant it today. I'm not sure. I haven't hardened it off, so the smart decision would be not to. But the impatient Robbie would like to. We're gonna hold off though. I'm gonna be smart about it. One more thing before we get started on this. Like I've said before in another video, if you guys are wanting to buy some of these like seed starting supplies, the kits have been selling out so fast. So if you go to the Bootstrap Farmer website, which I'll put a link down in the description down below, if you hit, there's a button that says notify me when back in stock, I would sign up for that, because then you'll get an email notification the second it comes back in stock. They're trying to constantly keep it restocked, but it is being sold out, all of their kits, so incredibly fast. So just a heads up on that. I would sign up for that email if there's like a certain kit that you're wanting. I'm gonna fill these up with some soil really quick. This is kind of my pro tip right here. Get yourself one of these giant totes and put your soil in these totes. It makes filling up your seed trays so much easier. This is the way I always do it. You put your seed tray in here, backfill this up, and then it doesn't matter, you don't make a mess. You're not gonna get soil absolutely everywhere unless you throw it over the edge like I just did. Oh, after I say you're not gonna make a mess. so much easier this way. The most important part, labeling. I'm not good at it. Let's go through. I'm gonna direct sow carrots. Morning Glory seeds, I know I'm only gonna do 6 of them. So let's do this. Normally I use a garden marker to label my plants, but I lost it. Okra, I'm only gonna do 2 okra. You know what? We're gonna do these 3 green ones of corn. So a lot of corn I'm gonna start. Cucumber, I'm only gonna do 2. Amaranth, I'm gonna do 6 amaranth. 6 emerald, 6 coral. Tomato, 2. I am being so responsible, only starting 2 of certain things. Yesterday's Robbie would have started 14. We're gonna start 12 polar bear zinnias. I'm gonna have to start way more seeds than I thought. Holy cow. Wow, being responsible really is gonna pay off. First tray. That's crazy. Really pays off to be smart with your seeds. Okay. Well, wait. Wait. We're gonna do 2 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do 12. Yes. And then we're gonna do 12. Yes. Potato, 6. Wow. Look at me turning into a leaf. Sunflower, DMR. I think I'm gonna do the rest of these sunflowers. I've got it figured out. This was some serious math I had to math. I'm gonna do 18 of the double pink salmon zinnia, and then I'm gonna do the same amount of the polar bear, and then the rest of this tray, which I don't know off the top of my head how many that is. This is going to be sunflowers, the Gold Light DMR. I love it. It's a branching sunflower, so it gets multiple blooms. I'm gonna do 6 of the eggplants that are white. I'm going to do 6 of the potatoes, the Clancy potatoes, which I think is probably, honestly, too many potatoes, but I had the empty space, so whatever. And then I'm going to do 12 Oklahoma salmon zinnia. I'm gonna do 6 of each variety of the amaranth, and then I'm gonna do 18 corn. I'm gonna do 6 morning glory, which is perfect because I grow it up on an arbor that's right here, and I grow 3 on each side, so that's perfect. 2 tomatoes, 2 cucumbers, and 2 okra. I've never done that before. For me, it's usually like 1 of these, to my brain, means this is 1 pack. We never divide these, but my sister did that, and I was like, oh my God, that's so smart. So that's what we're doing this year. Let's get these started. I think I'm gonna just do 1 tray, and because I find this to be extremely tedious and honestly kind of boring, I'm gonna do 1 tray, and then I'm gonna reward myself, and we're gonna go do carrots, and we're gonna direct sow these. Okay, so sunflowers have a pretty high germination rate as it is, like 94%. These seeds were packed for 2022, but I'm still just gonna go in with 1 seed because I'm really bad at thinning my seedlings out, which is kind of an important step. Thinning them out makes it so that they're not all fighting for space and they're not fighting for nutrients. Perfect, I only have 700 more seeds in here. And we're gonna repeat the same process, but I lost my pencil. I found my pencil. Polar bear white zinnia. 1, 1, 1. I get this question a lot too. So the rule of thumb when you're sowing your seeds, for the most part, is however big the seed is, you want your hole to be twice the depth of the seed. There is a few instances is when you just surface sow your seeds, but the seed packet should tell you if it's to be surface sown or not. 20 seeds, here we go. We're gonna use every single one of them. I've never seen zinnia seeds. Shoot. This color, I think these are pelletized. So I'm gonna put the Humidity Dome over this. This is also from Bootstrap Farmer. This is gonna make it so it retains moisture in here. I'm really, really bad about watering my seedlings, and that's obviously a major factor in keeping seedlings alive is water. And I am terrible at it. So these humidity domes really help. And if I notice it gets a little too humid, there's a vent on here that I can open all the way, you know, partially just to let some of the air out. I'm gonna keep this on until every single thing in here is fully germinated. And honestly, like, I'm gonna let it go just a little bit past that also, just so that nothing dries out like my loofah seeds did. One thing I'm noticing about this Pine Tree Garden Seed Company is that they're sending you way more seeds than it actually says on the packet. So it says number of seeds in this packet was 20. There was 27 seeds in here. So that's like almost a third more than what was actually in here. So that's a lot of seeds. The seed packet is empty, so I'm gonna put this in my pocket. And then this is gonna go under the grow lights. Our grow lights currently are on for about 12 hours during the day. And that's just to like ensure that everything's getting a ton of light and being able to grow, you know, the happiest and healthiest that it can grow. So the carrots that we're gonna grow are the Amarillo, and it looks like there's like something blocking the view. This is 2 onions that I just threw in here. And then the rest of this, I'm gonna just grow some carrots in. I just think it'll be really pretty and low growing so the chickens can still kind of see out. Carrots are so easy to grow. I oversow them, and then I'll come in and I will thin them out. So I'm taking probably, that's way too many seeds. That was like 100 seeds. So I probably have about 100 right here. So we're just gonna lightly sprinkle these in here. And I see some people come in and they cover them. I see people lightly cover them with soil. I see people cover them with like a board, and that makes it so that the wind doesn't wash them away or blow them away, or that the rain doesn't blow them away. What I'm gonna do is very, very lightly top them off with a little tiny bit of soil. And then I've got a couple cloches, and I'm just gonna set a few of the cloches in here so that way, like, if some of the seeds do blow away, there's a few that are protected. I'm just gonna sprinkle just the tiniest amount of dirt on here. This will ensure some of these get some protection. And then this is just an old vase. I'm gonna stick that in there like that. I'm gonna stick this one over here, and then I'm gonna stick this one here. That's still gonna allow light to get in. It's gonna help with a little bit of moisture retention. And then any seeds that are under these will be protected, won't blow away. The birds won't get to them. If anything out here grows, it's a win. If they don't grow, it'll be fine. I at least will get some carrots under these cloches. We're having a terrible problem this year with lots of birds coming after all of my seedlings. Okay, let's get this last one done. I think I'm gonna start with the corn because that's probably something I'm like super excited about. And I only have to open up 1 packet to take care of 3 of these trays. So let's get this done because it'll make it feel like I made quite a bit of progress with 1 pack of seeds. I think I'm just gonna go through and poke all my holes because these are color coded. I think it's gonna make it a lot easier to stay on track with this. Okay, let's start with corn. Like I said, I think I'm just not gonna talk during this. We'll see. We know how much I love to talk. And I'm just gonna get this done and then we'll chat at the end. Last seed packet. This is the potatoes. I was saving these ones for last because I was kind of excited about these ones. These ones themselves come in their own little foam packet. They've been pelletized, meaning they have a little coating on them, so that way it's easier to handle them. I'm just gonna do 1 seed per cell if I don't lose them all. I've never grown potatoes from seed. I'm excited to see what actually happens. Usually I buy what is called a seed potato. And a seed potato is basically a small potato. You're buying a small potato, and you can start it from cuttings, and you can cut it into little pieces, and as long as it has an eye, you can grow it. And that's the way that I've always grown potatoes. I didn't even know growing potatoes from an actual seed was an option, but it makes sense because it flowers, and the flowers produce seed. So we're gonna try it this year. I already have potatoes growing in the garden. So I really don't need that many more potatoes. I think I only am gonna end up wanting to plant like 2 of them. It says start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before transplanting out in the spring. Depending on your potato planting date, which my potato planting date was a while ago. So 1/4 of an inch deep, provide soil temperatures of 70 to 75 degrees, which are inside is pretty warm. Direct sow is not recommended, and transplant them about 24 to 36 inches apart, and I should see germination in 7 to 14 days. And then harvest in 90? We'll see what happens. I'm gonna grab another humidity dome, and then these are also gonna go under the grow light, and they'll stay under the grow lights for about 12 hours a day. So I think that is gonna be it for this video, another seed starting video. And you guys know I'm gonna have more seed starting to come. I'm trying to start as much from seed as possible this year, just because that's what the budget allows for, especially because I'm doing so many other big projects. The plant budget has decreased. So that is gonna be it for this video, you guys. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.